we live, man, our NFL talk, yeah. Now we live, man, our NFL talk. This is the show that you want. NFL raw and uncut, keeping it live. Gotta turn it up louder and get it ready for the man hour, yeah. Man hour NFL talk. Let's go. Let's go.
What the?
And now, Mike's thoughts.
It is beyond frustrating, and quite frankly, it's infuriating to see the Kansas City stubbornly pushing to keep the Kansas City Chiefs in the poorest and the most undeveloped part of the entire state. Why are we still trying to keep our beloved teams in a place with nothing around the stadium? A place that offers no amenities, no attraction, and no reason for the people to come and spend money around the area. It is time for a change, and it is time for the Kansas City to be honest with themselves. I'm talking about the simple fact that if the Kansas City Chiefs and Royals would simply move across the border into Kansas, inside the Legends area, Village West, as I like to call it, we would see a complete transformation. Not only the state, but the surrounding states as well. We would see the values or venues, and oh, by the way, Sporting KC as well, and the Kansas Speedway. That area has everything that you need. This is just not about where the stadiums are. It's about building a community. It's about creating opportunities for small businesses and investing in something bigger than just the stadium. Instead, the state of Missouri is desperately trying to keep the teams in the same location with no major developments in sight. It is frustrating that lawmakers are putting up roadblocks, arguing over financial incentives. Wow, we have an opportunity to turn things around and boost the surrounding economy tenfold. Imagine the amount of revenue that would come into the Kansas City area if the Chiefs and the Royals played in the thriving area like Legends. We are talking about more than just jobs, more than just businesses, more than just tourism, an actual hub that people from all around the world want to come and visit, not for just a game, but to experience the entire district. But here we are, with the state of Missouri offering to issue bonds worth up to half the cost of a new stadium, providing tax credits up to $50 million, and still leaving as the most critical detail to negotiations later. They can't even decide where to put the stadium. It's like we're supposed to just trust that the same old area will work, and it has not been holding us back for decades. Kansas, on the other hand, is already offering a far better deal, with bonds covering over 70% of the total cost. They are aggressively negotiating, and here we are in Missouri scrambling to catch up. What's worse, our leaders are acting like we should be grateful just for the possibility of keeping the teams in the same place. But I don't know about you, but I am tired of the status quo. We have been here for 50 years and all the same time, we've seen the area around the stadium remain stagnant. It's actually gotten worse. Why settle for less when we have the opportunity to make something great? And don't even get me started about the pressure on Missouri lawmakers are putting on us to act fast like we're going to be backed into a corner. This isn't how decisions should be made. The deadlines for the vote is coming up, and we shouldn't have to make a choice under distress. This should be about making the right choice for the Kansas City future. Kansas City deserves better. The Chiefs deserve better. The Royals deserve the better. We deserve a state-of-the-art stadium surrounding and thriving in a vibrant area that brings in jobs, creates businesses, and brings back the community in ways we have never seen before. We shouldn't settle for anything less. It's time for our lawmakers to stop putting up billions interest above the future of the Kansas City's economy. So let's stop kidding ourselves. Let's face it. The future of the Kansas City Chiefs, then the future of the Kansas City Royals are in the future of the Kansas City, Missouri's hands. It needs to be built on the foundation of a thriving modern district that gets the teams to Kansas, to the Legends area, and watch the city thrive like it has never thrived before. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw. Steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off. Get it hype, this man, our sport talk. Yeah, yeah. From the quarterback to the lineman, everybody bringing heat. You don't really wanna try them. Hey, hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport Talk. Man Hour. Sport Talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour. Guys, welcome to the Man Hour NFL Talk, your go-to sports for live, raw, and uncut NFL talk. I am so glad you guys are here with us today. Before we dive into today's action, let me tell you a little bit about the manhourradio.com, guys. That is where you can get all your exclusive merch. Like I got the t-shirt right here on my back. You can check out the latest blogs and stay up to date on everything what we are doing. If you're repping the Man Hour, that is the place to do it. And hey, do not forget to hit the like button, hit the share button, and of course, subscribe to the channel as well. It's the best way to stay connected with us and make sure that you never miss a live interactive show, guys. We're live every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com and of course, facebook.com. But guys, there's even more. There's even more. You can become a pigskin pundit. Be like my man, Old Man River. That's our members-only community where you get free entry to all of our weekly NFL pick'ems. We get the giveaways, exclusive merch, and you get access to extra live streams that only our pigskin pundits get. So if you want the full Man Hour experience, sign up and join the squad today. And remember, guys, this is a live interactive show, so be sure to comment down below. I want to hear from you, Nash. I want to hear your thoughts, Alpha Rob. And I want to hear your opinions, Old Man River, and your hottest of the hottest takes, because we're all about conversation at the end of the day. But we got to welcome some people in the chat. We got to welcome some people into the chat. And Old Man River says, no sound, no sound, no sound. First of all, Old Man River, you were on the shorts feed. So I do not start the shorts feed until 9:05. We start the main show, the countdown, 5-minute countdown at 9 o'clock at youtube.com/manhour, the main full screen. The short stream is what you can watch vertically, and you don't get the full overlays and that kind of thing. So yeah, just to let you know, but guys, Old Man River is a pigskin pundit.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
What's up, man? What's up? We got my man Alpha Rob in the chat today. What's up, Alpha Rob? Happy. Alpha Rob's got to be happy. My man's playing the Baltimore Ravens week 1. Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. But we'll be talking about the AFC East way too early win-loss predictions. It would be Thursday. Thursday next week as we cover the AFC East, and we'll see if they actually do go 13-4 Alpha Rob. We'll see how they do. We got my man Nash in the chat today as well. What's up, Nash? He says, hey, I'm going to my first Bills game this year. Nash, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Listen, I hope you have a great time. Nash, are you going to Orchard Park, or are you going to the Patriots Stadium or the Jets Stadium? Or like, are you going to an away game, or are you actually going to Orchard Park? Like, because Cindy and I had the little stadium checklist, and all the stadiums up in the East Coast there, Patriots, the Jets, of course, Giants, Buffalo Bills, and Philly are all on our list for this year. So we are going to try to go to Orchard Park as well this season. Would love the experience to experience Orchard Park, especially in a snow game. That would be freaking awesome, right? So my man is going to Orchard Park. So definitely enjoy yourself, Nash. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. Old Member says, sound like that sermon, you need to take it to the Orange Don. Listen, Old Man River, you guys know. So I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan. I am Kansas City through and through. I spent the first 25 years of my life living in Kansas. I actually spent 7 years living in the city of Kansas City, working in Kansas City, living and breathing the city life down there. And the simple fact is that the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium, Arrowhead Stadium, GEH Stadium, whatever you want to call it, is legit the highest taxed county in the state, and yet it is the poorest county in the state. I do not understand why the state of Missouri wants to keep the Chiefs there in Independence, Missouri. It makes zero sense to me. There is not one hotel across the street from the stadium. The one hotel that used to be there was an indoor water park. I believe it was called Cocoa Keys, right? That place is shut down. The only thing in that whole Independence, Kansas City, Missouri area where the Chiefs and the Royals play is a BP gas station across the street that has bars on the windows that you can only pick stuff through the window. Hey, man, give me a pack of those Marlboro Reds. And they got to open like 15 bulletproof glasses and then slide it through. It is move to a better area, right? Like, I mean, Kansas is willing to build trams out to Legends. You got the racetrack there. You got Sporting KC there. You got all those shopping districts. You got Great Fork Lodge. You got the Omni. You have all these hotels right there. It makes sense. It makes sense. But listen, Trump is not going to do anything. What is going to happen is when the voting happens again, I believe it's sometime in like May, because they're asking for like a 9% tax raise or something crazy like that. Already the highest tax county in the state of Missouri. And then you want to tax poor people more. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense at the end of the day, but hey, it is what it is. My man Booker Wheeler said, hey, what's up, Booker? What's up, man? Be sure to hit that like button, guys. We are live, raw, and uncut every Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. East Coast time. But today, we're going to talk about the big payday of Derrick Henry. We're going to talk about Elton Jenkins' holdout. We're going to talk about Dak, excited to play with George Pickens. And then we've got the Saints added yet another rookie quarterback. And then the Trey Hendrickson holdout, the Darius Washington injury. And then, of course, you got to end the show with the fact or crap, guys. So we do got a lot of show to talk about. So let's get into it. And let's start right off at the top. And let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend. Let's talk about your Royal Highness. And I'm talking about Derrick Henry, guys. Derrick Henry just proves that age is nothing but a number, baby. And the Baltimore Ravens are buying in. Guys, news broke today, Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, early in the morning, that the Derrick Henry and the Baltimore Ravens agreed to a 2-year, $30 million extension with $25 million fully guaranteed. What? You guys heard right. $25 million fully guaranteed for Derrick Henry over the next 2 seasons. That's according to his agent, Todd French, speaking with ESPN's Adam Schefter, right? Then let's pause for a second, right? Guys, this is the largest contract in NFL history for a running back over the age of 30. And guess what? Derrick Henry is 31. But after last season, it is not hard to see why he has earned those dollar bills, y'all. Now, in his first year in Baltimore, guys, Derrick Henry rushed for 1,921 yards with 16 touchdowns. He looked like the same King Henry who dominated his league during the prime in Tennessee. So the Ravens didn't hesitate. They locked him up before he could get even sniff free agency yet again. But let's talk about the Tennessee Titans here. Let's turn the tables and talk about the almighty Tennessee Titans. How did they let this man walk out of the building? You had a franchise legend in Derrick Henry. He was still performing at elite level. And instead of finding a way to keep him, the Titans let Derrick Henry hit the open market. Baltimore scooped him up, and he did not miss a beat. We have seen the Titans struggle to consistently have an offense since his departure, and now they're watching their former centerpiece continue to thrive in a system that actually knows how to use them. Guys, this is a win for Baltimore. But it's also not a major indictment of how the Tennessee Titans handled the end of Derrick Henry's time there. You don't let a future Hall of Famer just walk away when he's still putting up nearly 2,000 yards a season. But here's a question for you all out there. Here's a question. Did the Tennessee Titans give up on Derrick Henry too soon? Or did they make the right Henry too soon? Guys, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. And remember, guys, we're live, raw, uncut every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. But like I said, this is a live, interactive show. Let's get into the comments and discuss your thoughts. NFL contenders say the Patriots are going to cook. We're going to talk about them on Thursday, contenders. We're going to talk about them on Thursday. next Thursday, not this Thursday, like tomorrow, but next Thursday. Old Man River says, what college did Derrick Henry go to? I am forgetting. Opportunity to throw Alabama out there. Old Man River opens up his mouth, delodges his jaws, fully inserts the whole penis and balls of Alabama directly into his mouth. But yes, Derrick Henry did go to Bama. Old Man River, you are exactly right. And like Alpha Rob's like, let's not forget that they let AJ Brown walk too. They at least traded away AJ Brown, right? Because it was a draft day trade for AJ Brown, if I'm not mistaken. But they at least got some type of value out of AJ Brown. But letting Derrick Henry walk away, I'm just like, what are you doing? Now, in their defense, name me one running back that has performed at an elite level like Derrick Henry did last year over the age of 30. I will wait. Go ahead and Google it. Go ahead and Yahoo it. Go ahead and Ask Jeeves it. Whatever you got to do. Name me one running back that has performed at an elite level at the age of 30. I can't think of any. Not Zeke. Not Saquon. He's still young. Not Barry Sanders. You can maybe throw Emmitt Smith in there, right? Maybe Emmitt Smith. But let's just be honest. Did the Titans give up on Derrick Henry too soon? History says no. Obviously, it's smacking you right in the face right now. The man was 30 years old last year, 31 years old this year, still getting 1,900 yards, right? But I mean, it's still hindsight. It's 2020, but I don't think I think or a second round pick. There was trade suitors out there, but the fact you just let him walk, that was a tough call to make. Old Man River says he would have gotten killed. They had a poor old line. He would have, but you just do not let him walk away. You do not let Derrick Henry walk away. Old Man River, Alpha Rob, Barry. Speaking of Daniel Barry, he's in the chat today. What's up, Daniel Barry? Hey, everyone. What's up? Happy Wednesday. What's up, brother? Hope you're having a good day. Old Man River says AP number 26 comeback player of the year was AP 30 years old. Let me look. Adrian. His first name was slipping my mind when I was thinking it. Let's see here. Comeback player of the year. He was with Washington. Yes. AP had 1,400 yards. He actually played until the age of 36. I didn't know this. And he had another 1,000-yard season in his 33. So is that in an elite level? 1,500 yards. I would consider that an elite level. But beyond that, right? 72 yards, 500 yards, 81 yards, 129 yards, 448 yards. Those are not elite numbers. Then he did go to Washington to kind of revive his career at the age of 33. Got 1,000 yards, nearly 1,000 yards his second season, but then 698, 82, and 16 when he did Seattle in 36. So, I mean, he definitely was an elite when he was 30, right? Comeback player of the a year. But guys, those are definitely outliers, right? But Derrick Henry got paid, guys. 2 years, $30 million extension, $25 million guaranteed. That is tough. That is tough. But speaking of tough, Green Bay Packers. Let's talk about this situation that's growing up in Green Bay involving Elton Jenkins, the two-time Pro Bowl offensive lineman who would be on the verge of a quiet contract standoff. Jenkins has not shown up for offseason workouts, and while the team is publicly downplaying it, multiple reports say the reason he's tied directly to his potential move to center. Not because he refuses to move, but because he wants to pay Packers to make it financially worth it, a.k.a. pay me what you owe me, baby. And look, I get it. Jenkins signed a 4-year, $68 million extension back in 2022. The deal was structured to pay him like a top-tier offensive guard with some flexibility if he ever had to shift to the offensive tackle position, which typically commands even more money. But center, that's a whole different market. That's a whole different animal. That's a whole different payday, baby. Now, while the average of his current deal is still $17 million a season, would still place him among the highest paid centers in the league, Jenkins is looking ahead. He knows that moving full-time to center could impact his future earnings, especially when he hits 30 in 2026, and he still has a $32.8 million left on his deal, none of which is fully guaranteed outside his initial $24 million signing bonus. This all started when Packers signed Aaron Banks to a 4-year, $77 million deal to come in and play left guard. That opened the door for Jenkins to move to inside to center, a position he hasn't consistently played since college. The team has said publicly that Jenkins is open to it. Offensive coordinator Adam Stevidus even said this week that Jenkins is excited about it and ready to go. But if that were really the case, why isn't he in the building? He already missed enough of the offseason program to forfeit his $500,000 workout bonus, and that's not something that players just leave on the table lightly. Here's the bottom line. Jenkins isn't fighting for the position change. He's asking to be protected financially in case it limits his future earnings potential. That's a smart business move, and honestly, he has every right to bring it up. The Packers, on the other hand, have a long-standing policy not adjusting contracts with more than 1 year left. So unless something gives, like maybe guaranteed a portion of that remaining $32 million, this could quietly linger into training camp. And let's not forget, Jenkins has been the Swift Army Knife on the offensive line since he entered the league for the Green Bay Packers. He's played every position and has done everything that has been asked for him. He has played at a high level doing it as well. This isn't a diva moment. It's a veteran trying to protect his future. So this is the question that I got to ask you guys. Should the Packers restructure or guarantee more money if Jenkins makes the move to center full time? Or should they stand pat and let him play out the deal he signed? Guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Remember, we are live Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com/man hour. Now, this is a live interactive show, so comment down below with your thoughts. What are you guys thinking? Should Jenkins restructure if he's moving to full-time center, or should the Packers just stay pat and let him play out his deal that he has signed? When I initially wrote down these notes for the show, I'm like, this man is being a diva. This man is being crazy. This man is being asinine. This man does not win football games. But thinking about it in hindsight, yes. When you think of the offensive line, think about it, put it in importance factor, right? You got your left tackle, then you got your center, then you got your right tackle, and then your guard's position. Left guard, right guard, it doesn't matter. Guards are bottom on the totem pole. When you move to center, you are being asked to do a lot. You are being asked to be in the building earlier. You are asked to be staying in the building later. You were asked to do a lot of things that he honestly did not sign up for, right? And he has every right to ask for some more money. Now, should the Packers offer it? Absolutely not. Absolutely, the Packers should stand firm. The Packers should hold their ground. The Packers should be like, hey, man, you signed this contract knowing damn well that you are a Swift Army Knife as is. If we want you to move the center, go move center and take your money and shut up. That's what should happen. And that's probably what will happen. And Elton Jennings will be like, I don't know what to do with my hands, coach. I don't know what to do with your hands. Go block somebody, mofo. But what do you guys think? Old Man River says, pay the man a raise. The cost of a hot dog $1. Old Man River, I'm not for sure which era you are living in, but I just bought a hot dog at my son's T-ball game, or coach pitch game tonight. That thing was $2.50. Where are you finding a dollar hot dog? My man, wake up. It's 2025, brother. Alpha Rob says they want him to play quarterback of the offensive line. Pay the man like they should. But Alpha Rob, the only thing that I can see them maybe potentially doing is making it some guaranteed money. The man's still the highest paid guard in the NFL. He's still paid like a top 15 offensive lineman in the NFL. Just give him a little bit of guaranteed money and shut your mouth and move on. That's all I got to say about that right there, man. Real McCoy's in the chat. What's up, man? Make him play it out, says real McCoy. And real McCoy, I think we're on the same page. Granted, you're a Texans fan, aren't you? No, that's Mellow Mike. Who are you a fan of, real McCoy? I'm just like, listen, you signed a contract, live up to it. Just like Trey Hendrickson. We're going to be talking about him in like a little bit. You signed a contract, live up to it. I don't care if you outperformed it, if you underperformed it, whatever. Get out there and make some dollar bills, y'all. Let's move on. Let's talk about what could be a game-changer move for the Dallas Cowboys, because Dak Prescott is officially fired up about his new weapon, the one and only George Pickens, baby. Now, we talked about the Dallas Cowboys last night. We talked about them potentially being a Super Bowl favorites. We talked about running the NFC East for many, many years to come with this best duo in the NFL. By the way, the voting is still going on over at youtube.com/manhour. Go to the page, click on the post, and click on the most dynamic wide receiver duo in the NFL. But Dak Prescott went on Dallas radio this week and shared that he's already been in contact with Pickens, and they'll be hitting the field together later next week as OTAs start to kick off for the Dallas Cowboys. And from the sounds of it, Dak's not just excited. He's confident, baby. He's confident that George Pickens brings a level of playmaking that the Dallas Cowboys offense has been missing for the last few years. In his 3 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers, George Pickens put up 174 receptions for nearly 2,850 yards and 12 touchdowns. That is with some inconsistent quarterback play. By the way, Dak said it best. You put the football anywhere in his vicinity, he's coming down with it. He called him more than a 50-50 catcher. That's the kind of alpha mentality Dallas needs opposite of CeeDee Lamb. Now, let's be real. The Dallas Cowboys wanted to find a wide receiver 2 in the draft. They had eyes of Micklin from Arizona, but Arizona snagged him first. That opened the door for Dallas to send a 2026 third-round pick to the Pittsburgh Steelers for George Pickens, plus a couple of late-round slops. Not a bad price if you're adding a guy with that Dez Bryant energy. Speaking of Dez Bryant, Stephen Jones did just that. He didn't shy away from his comparison. He said Pickens reminds him a lot of Dez Bryant, just not physically, but the emotional fire he brings to the game. Sometimes that fire leads to a few sidelines outbursts, but the Dallas Cowboys feel with the upside far outweighs the concerns. They believe Pickens' growth, his competitiveness, and how much his teammates already respect him will definitely help his ability to grow. But let's also not forget this. This isn't about George Pickens and just CeeDee Lamb. Dak also points to the guys like Jake Ferguson, Jalen Turbert, and the newcomer Jonathan Mingo. If those players continue to develop, they're looking at a complete offensive arsenal that could finally get over that playoff hump. Now, guys, obviously, we'll learn more about the Dallas Cowboys as OTAs and training camps roll on. But right now, guys, the Dallas Cowboys are feeling like they got a legit baller in George Pickens. Someone who could bring that missing spark back to that offense. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think George Pickens is the missing piece the Dallas Cowboys need to get over the hump in 2025? I got to say yes, baby. I got to say Super Bowl, baby. I got to say put the crown on their heads right now. Thanksgiving is a Super Bowl preview, baby. Think about that. Dak versus Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Let's go. Plus Thanksgiving Day. Alpha Rob says Pickens should have better numbers. Pickens is a solid number 2 wide receiver. Playing with Dak is better than playing with Russell Wilson. Playing with Dak is better than any quarterback that the Pittsburgh Steelers could have and would have had. Dak Prescott is a top 5 quarterback. Do not get it twisted, Alpha Rob. George Pickens was a top 15 receiver in the NFL. CeeDee Lamb is a top 5 receiver in the NFL. You pair those guys together, that makes them the best duo in the NFL. Dak Prescott went from number 5. Hell, he might even be a number 3 receiver now after it's all said and done. Behind Patrick Mahomes, behind Josh Allen, and then Dak Prescott. This receiving core, this offense is going to light the NFL up. This is a match made in heaven. Real McCoy says, you mentioned the Cowboys, and I get a headache. Cowboys need a new GM. The Cowboys don't need a new GM. The Cowboys got the best owner/GM in the game, Real McCoy. The Dallas Cowboys are always in your mouth. The Dallas Cowboys are always earning that respect. We always speak about Dallas Cowboys because they're that damn good, baby. Put some dollar bills on their name. Put some respect on their name because George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Tolbert, anybody that's running the backfield, hell, put Deuce Vaughn in there, plus Dak Prescott. This is an NFC East championship caliber team, and George Pickens is the missing piece to get them over the hump in 2025. Not only 13 wins, not only a wild card win, not only a divisional win, but they're going to the NFC championship game just because of this one single trade. Hell yeah, it puts them over the hump. Hell yeah. Old Man Rivers says if Pickens and Lambs can get past their egos, if not, it'll be the housewives of the little D. Listen here, old Man River. Winning cures all, my man. Come a little closer. Put your phone up to your ear. Listen to this. Winning cures all. And when the Dallas Cowboys win week 1 versus the Philadelphia Eagles, when they win week 2, I haven't even seen the schedule yet. I'm pulling it up right here. I'm going to my v2playerpredictor.com, and we're going to be doing this next week, regular season. I'm going to click on the Dallas Cowboys, and we're going to see. Week 1, they play the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 2, they play the New York Giants. That's another win. Week 3, they play the Chicago Bears. That is another win. Week 4, they're at home playing the Green Bay Packers. Smack that ass, baby. That's another win. Then they play the Jets, Panthers, Commanders, Broncos. They could start 8-0. They could easily. Then they play the Cardinals. They could go 9-0 going into the bye week, and then they play the Raiders coming off the bye week. But guys, the Dallas Cowboys are a Super Bowl team. The Dallas Cowboys are a playoff-bound team. The Dallas Cowboys are NFC East favorites as of right now. The Dallas Cowboys, the only thing holding them back is the Dallas Cowboys themselves, and they got rid of that trash last season. They got rid of Mike McCarthy. They got rid of Dan Quinn a couple years ago. The Dallas Cowboys are back. They're back, baby. And Real McCoy says, Buck, what are you on? The Cowboys still suck. All drama. I look beyond the game, Real McCoy. I see Dak Prescott's eyes. Look at this right here. Look at him. He's ready. He's locked in. You see that bottom third just got real? That number 4, look at those eyes. He is locked in, baby. He is ready. George Pickens might have that little ego, yeah, what's up smirk on his face, right? He's all business, baby. He's all business. CeeDee Lamb is smiling, showing off his grill right now. But the minute he puts on that swiping nose first down, might get the 15-yard penalty because you can't do that no more. Can't do that no more. But hey, you're going to do it anyways because I'm going to get 30 yards the next play. You know what? There's 60 yards. It's all good, baby. The defense just got better because of George Pickens. The offense just got better because of George Pickens. The NFC East is on notice because they got George Pickens. The NFC as a whole is on notice because the Dallas Cowboys got George Pickens. The Eagles better watch out. The Lions better watch out. The Vikings better watch out. The Commanders watch out because they coming, baby, because shit just got real. Old Man Rivers says, excuse me while I laugh my ass off. Philly beats Dallas by 10. They beat him by what? 10 seconds? Because that's that might be how long the Philadelphia Eagles hold a lead come September 4th. What was 100? Let me look at my calendar countdown here. I got my calendar countdown. We are down to what? 113 days. In 113 days, the Philadelphia Eagles might hold a 10-second lead for the Dallas Cowboys, but they're going to come out there the very first play. They're going to wax that ass, baby. They're going to throw a screen to George Pickens. He's going to take it 85 yards untouched. Oh, member says, is this your first beer? It's not my first beer tonight, man. I had a coach pitch softball game. Or I had a coach pitch baseball game. Definitely not my first beer. But what do you guys think? Legitimately. No hype, no fluff, no biased. What do you guys think? Does George Pickens move the needle? Does George Pickens move the needle? That's the question. Let's move on to the Saints. With Derek Carr announcing his retirement from the NFL, then the Saints are now in full swing, reshaping their quarterback room. They brought in 4 quarterbacks under the age of 27, including rookie Tyler Shout from Louisville. Spencer Rattler is still on the roster. Jake Hayner is still on the roster, and now they brought in Hunter Deckers as officially joined the team. But here's where things get a little interesting. Deckers has a complicated past. He lost his NCAA eligibility in 2023 after being caught up in a sports gambling investigation. You might remember that he was one of the 35 individuals at Iowa and Iowa State who faced charges or lost eligibility due to sports betting. Deckers, however, pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of underage gambling and has been working hard to put all this behind him. Deckers tried out for the Saints last week at rookie minicamp and clearly impressed enough to earn a roster spot. The Saints were already interested in Deckers during the draft process, with quarterbacks coach Scott Tieslin getting an up-close look at him during his pro day in March. Now, let's break down the story. Deckers' path to the NFL has not been the smoothest. In 2023, guys, he did not play any football due to his eligibility issues. He spent all of 2024 at Iowa Western Junior College, but don't let that fool you. He got a solid track record. In 2022, he was a starting quarterback at Iowa State. He passed for 3,044 yards, 19 touchdowns to 14 interceptions while completing 66% of his passes. His performance last season is the reason why the Saints and other teams are giving him a shot in the NFL. Deckers himself is taking it all in stride, even reflecting on the situation that led to his loss of eligibility. He explained that betting was never meant to influence the games or make money. Just a huge mistake in hindsight. Now that Derek Carr has officially retired, the quarterback competition in New Orleans is wide open. With Deckers now officially signed, they got an intriguing mix of young talent. Spencer Rattler, Jake Hayner, Tyler Shout, and Deckers himself. The Saints have a chance to mold one of these guys into their future quarterback. With Derek Carr out of the picture, it's anyone's guess who will lead the team moving forward. Guys, it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. Deckers is no stranger to overcoming adversity, and with his arm talent and leadership, he could very well be one of the surprises of 2025 season. The Saints have a lot of potential in their young quarterbacks. They have got plenty of time to develop and shape the future in the position in New Orleans. But with all these new quarterbacks coming in, guys, do you guys think the Saints are ready to move on from Derek Carr and hand the reins over to some other guys, or should Deckers be the future for the Saints quarterback room, or is just another name in the crowded list? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Alpha Rob, right off the bat, says the Saints have the worst quarterback room in the league. Alpha Rob, I see your Saints, and I'm going to raise you the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to raise you Gillen Gabriel. I'm going to raise you Shadur Sanders. I'm going to raise you a 43-year-old Joe Flacco. I'm going to raise you a Kenny Pickett. I would take the Saints quarterback room. At least they're young, dumb, and full of cum, and not old and shooting dust out their pee-pee hole. Right? Now, the Saints do have a lot of work, but Decker could really do something, right? Could really do something. Deckers will be on the deck consistently. I don't believe they have a real starter on the roster. Now, what was it? Last 3 or 4 games of the NFL season, they went to Jake Haener. He was terrible. I don't understand why he is still on the roster at all, right? I don't get it. No way, shape, or form. Spencer Rattler, when he had a chance and was able to stand upright, he did do well. Spencer Rattler should be the front runner. Should be. But only time will tell. I never really liked Spencer Rattler's attitude ever since the QB1 thing on Netflix, and just I don't know, just his whole transferring like 6 schools in 3 years is just ridiculous. But hey, Old Man River says we found where Arch Manning gets going in 2026. It would make sense. Didn't his daddy play for the not his daddy, but his granddad played for Saints, right? There you go. Alpha Rob says, do you think the Saints will trade their running back? Meaning Alvin Kamara, or they drafted a kid, right? What is his name? Let me look it up. I cannot remember the kid's name that they drafted. We covered them so long ago. Ay. Kendre Miller. They definitely won't be trading Alvin Kamara. He decided what a 3-year extension last season after he punched a dude at the pole roll in Vegas. Kendre Miller is a rookie, not going anywhere, I don't think. Now, they could trade Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They did sign him last season, picked him off of the Chiefs practice squad. But I don't see them trading Alvin Kamara, if that's what you're asking, Alpha Rob. And Alpha Rob's like, whoa, slow it down, babe. Slow it down, babe. Hey! Kenny Pickett has a Super Bowl ring. He does. So does Joe Flacco. But hey, it is what it is. Guys, who do you think is going to win the Saints starting quarterback job? That's the question. Lost for words. Let's move on to a little bit of cold, hard facts. The NFL world. So number 1 for the cold hard facts. The Baltimores have more holes to fill on defense and need to stop worrying about Trey Hendrickson's contract for now. Guys, the cold hard facts is that the Cincinnati Bengals had one of the worst defenses in the NFL in 2024. Trey Hendrickson was on that defense. Look, Henderson value isn't in question. The guy just led the entire NFL with 17.5 sacks last season and has been a consistent All-Pro since arriving in Cincinnati in 2021. But there's a bigger picture here. Simply put, this defense has major issues to be addressed beyond one pass rusher, no matter how dominant he has been. While Henderson is pushing hard for a long-term security, Cincinnati's front office seems to be having other priorities, and honestly, they should. Because this isn't about one player. It's about a unit that gave up 23-plus points per game last season and looked vulnerable in multiple spots, especially in the secondary and linebacking depth. Yes, things got personal this week. Henderson spoke out publicly, criticizing the team's communication, and even hinted that relations with the front office are strained after he was warned he'd be fined for missing mandatory minicamp 30 days in advance. But the Bengals can't get emotional. They have to stay strategic. Yes, they've got cap space to manage. Yes, they got holes to plug and young talent to evaluate. Trey Hendrick's contract can wait, or at least it doesn't need to jump the line. Let's also not forget he signed a 1-year extension last offseason and still has $15.8 million due to him this season. This is business. This is not personal. The bottom line is, guys, the Patriots can't let a high-profile contract dispute derail the bigger picture, they are rebuilding the defense. The defense is terrible. Because the cold hard facts is that the Cincinnati Bengals need to fix their defense before it pays another premium deal on top of what they already owe. So what do you guys think? Should the Bengals give Trey Hendrickson a long-term deal now or focus building on the complete defense first? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Remember, guys, we're live Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. East Coast time, right here at youtube.com/Manor. It's a live interactive show, guys, so comment down below. Should the Bengals give Trey Hendrickson a long-term deal now or focus on building a complete defense first? I want to hear your thoughts. Now, what's going on? Time for Factor Crap. My bad, guys. I'm all types of combobulated. It's time for Factor Crap. All right, guys, so the show is starting to wind down. We have not quite done yet. It's time for our final segment. It's time for Fact or Crap. Guys, here's the deal. I'm going to throw out some statements, some facts that are floating around the NFL world, and it's up to us to decide if it's a solid fact or if it's just a bunch of crap. We're going to separate the truth from the nonsense, cutting through the hype, and see what's really worth believing. If it's legit, we're all about it. If it's pure garbage, we're calling it out. So, guys, grab your popcorn because it's about to get real, because a whole lot of fact and a whole lot of crap. Let's find out. Let's find out. So let's start here right at the top. Let's start at the top with Washington. There it is, Washington. So, guys, Darius Washington cannot play for the Baltimore Ravens in 2025. They will miss the playoffs. Fact or crap? So, guys, as you guys know by now, Washington has sustained an Achilles injury while conditioning for the Baltimore Ravens. Now, let's break this down. Washington, the Ravens safety, has unfortunately suffered a torn Achilles while conditioning. This injury confirmed to put his 2025 season in jeopardy. It's a big blow to a defense that already had come to rely on him. He played a crucial role for the Ravens last season, starting 12 games and helping stabilize their secondary while Marcus Williams went down. Washington posted career best stats in 2024, 64 tackles, 2 interceptions, and 8 pass deflections. But here's the thing. While losing Washington is a tough break, I don't think it's the end of the Ravens' playoff hopes in 2025. Yes, he is a key contributor, but let's not forget that the Ravens have time to build around his absence or even replace the void created by his injury. Washington was a surprise story after going undrafted in 2021, overcoming injuries and being undersized to become a reliable starter. His versatility and playmaking ability helped make the big contributions, including stopping big plays like on 4th and goal against the Texans last season. That being said, the Ravens had the opportunity to make adjustments to fill the gap. They even drafted Malik Starks in the first round last month, which is a clear sign they were thinking about bolstering the secondary long-term as is. Guys, Baltimore's defense is already solid without him in the past. And while his injury hurts, it's not a game-over situation for the playoffs aspirations. They have the coaching, they have the system, and they have the time to get creative and adapt to the new reality. So here is my answer. It is crap. The Ravens can definitely still make the playoffs even without Washington in 2025. They got depth and they got ability to build around his loss. But what do you guys think? Will the Ravens miss the playoffs without Washington, or do you believe their ability to adapt and keep the playoff hopes alive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So what do you guys think? Old Man River is saying crap. He's saying crap. He's like, Buck, it's May. We still got June. We still got July. We still got August. Hell, we still got half of September to really figure this out. We got 4 months. Hell, and we've seen the people come back 4 or 5 months from an Achilles. Look at Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying. There's a very good possibility we could see him come November. Alfarab is saying crap as well. Alfarab is happy he's not had to see him week 1, though, but he's saying crap. Real McCoy says the Ravens will be okay without him. I agree. I agree. Now, the NFL just dropped a bombshell on us for Thanksgiving Day 2025. We had the Dallas Cowboys take on the Kansas City Chiefs in Dallas, Texas, of course, and fans are already calling this potential all-time classic. But let's be real. The question tonight, guys, is fact or crap. Will this be the best Thanksgiving Day game ever? Kansas City Chiefs versus the Dallas Cowboys. Well, let's break it down. Guys, the Dallas Cowboys, always hosting on Thanksgiving, will welcome in the defending AFC powerhouse, the Kansas City Chiefs. This game will kick off at 4:30 East Coast time, right in the heart of holiday football watching, family food, and the two of the NFL's biggest brands battling on the biggest stage. Now, this is the first time ever that the Chiefs will be on Thanksgiving since 2006, which adds even more intrigue. The Kansas City Chiefs, led by Patrick Mahomes, knows how to deliver in the prime time slot, and they'll be looking to make a statement in one of the league's most watched slots. The Cowboys, well, they open up their season with a bang, traveling to Philly with the W in the NFL kickoff game on September 4th. If they come into Thanksgiving hot, this team might be rolling, especially after knowing now that Dak Prescott has a new weapon in George Pickens, and the offensive line is getting rebuilt with the rookie Tyler Booker, right? Now, rewind. The last time these two teams faced off was November 2021. The Chiefs locked down the Cowboys 19-9. Dak Prescott was held in check, and the league's top offense that year looked human. That loss still stings in Dallas. Do not think for a second that Dallas Cowboys are not circling this one for revenge. So let's circle it back. Guys, fact or crap. Is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Kansas City Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day going to be the best Turkey Day game we have ever seen? I'm going to have to say fact, baby. I am going to have to say fact. You have America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. You have the team that moved from Dallas, Kansas City Chiefs, going head to head on prime time, on Thanksgiving, on America's Day, on America's team. Woo, buddy. Old man Rivers ain't no crap. If it doesn't maintain the lines, it's not greatness, says Old man River. Alpha Rob is saying crap as well. Ay, ay, ay. You guys are so mean. You're so mean, man. So mean. Moving on. Factor crap. The last factor crap of the day. Tyler Shuck will have the biggest rookie impact in 2025 of a non-first round pick. So, guys, as you know, the New Orleans Saints drafted Tyler Shuck in the second round. Factor crap. He will have the biggest rookie impact in 2025 non-first rounder. Now, here is my thoughts on it. I say this is a fact. Because I think Tyler Shuck will not only win the starting job in New Orleans, but he will also have a huge impact for many, many years to come. With Derek Carr retiring from football, the Saints will head into training camp with the quarterback competition on their hands. Among the contenders, Shuck stands out. I believe he will beat out Spencer Rattler and Jake Harner for their starting job. Also Decker as well. And while the Saints roster may not be perfectly set up for immediate success for a rookie quarterback, they're likely going to give Shuck every chance to prove himself with a long-term solution under center, and it's hard not to see why. Shuck's arm talent is elite. He has the ability to read defenses quickly and is mobile, a trait that will help him in the NFL. In fact, he threw 23 touchdowns last season and already has 32 career starts under his belt. That experience is going to serve him well as he steps into the NFL spotlight. Guys, the future is bright for him. He has all the tools. He has the opportunity to make a big splash in 2025 and beyond. So I am all in on Tyler Shuck. He's got the tools. He got the opportunity, and I believe he's going to make a big impact. Guys, I got to say fact. Old man River saying crap. Real McCoy says, Tyler who? Shuck. It's spelled S-C or S-H-O-U-G-H. Let me spell it for you there. But it's pronounced Shuck. Like S-H-U-K. Shuck. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I'm saying it right. But guys, let me know. Fact or crap? Will Tyler Shuck be the man, the myth, the legend in New Orleans? New Orleans. But guys, before we sign off tonight, I just want to say we leave you guys to something real. In a world that seems to drive on division, criticism, and conflict, it's easy to forget one simple truth. We're all human at the end of the day. We all laugh, we all cry, and we all fall, and we all rise. And now more than ever, we all need each other. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you believe in, or how different we all may seem. Every person you meet is carrying their own story, their own battles, and their own dreams. So guys, lead with kindness, choose empathy, and above all, love. Love louder than hate, love stronger than fear, love in a way that inspires others to do the same. Because we all show love, not just in our words, but in our actions. That's when real change begins. So let's be those people. The ones who lift up each other, the ones who choose compassion over judgment, the one who makes the world just a little bit brighter, one moment at a time. Guys, thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for being a part of the community. And guys, and always, Man Our Nation, rise up. We out.
Hey, now we live, Man Our NFL Talk, yeah. Now we live, Man Our NFL Talk. This is the show that you want. NFL raw and uncut, keeping it live. Gotta turn it up louder and get it ready for the Man Hour, yeah. Man Our NFL Talk. Let's go.